We're now going to talk about the second email that you get from Costa, and this email is in Italian and English. Once again, it's addressed to the senior officers on board. Senior officers on board are the captain, staff captain, chief engineer, staff chief engineer, hotel director, and director of service. Once again, don't worry about the Italian. If you scroll down past the Italian, you'll come to the English underneath, and what they're doing is they're notifying in this email the ship that you are coming on board, whatever your name is. So I have a letter in front of me, I'll read to you. It says, "Dear colleagues, on Sunday, November the 30th, Professor Scott Rumsey from the Johnson & Wales University will embark on the Costa Concordia in Civitavecchia. This is your cue to check that the details are correct. If they're not, give us a head up. Is it the correct port? Is it the correct date? Is it the correct ship?" This sounds very basic, but it's good to have a check and balance like that. And then it will state in that email what the 3 courses are that we're going to teach. So for this letter, which I've taken from last season, it has module 104, 105 and 106. And it lets you know, and it lets the ship know, those are the courses that are going to be taught. In the next paragraph, it asks the ship to kindly organize a meeting with the trainer. That's you. They insist on using trainer. I insist on using professor. Use professor as much as you can, because it does open doors and it does have extra weight rather than just another trainer. So think of yourself as a professor. Talk about yourself as a professor, speak of the other trainers as professors. And it asks them to organize a meeting for about 45 minutes when you come on board. You will be notified of that about 3 or 4 days before you sail. They're just requesting that at the moment. And it also asks for the time and the location of that meeting. Also in this email, it lets them know that the training materials will be shipped from Genoa. Now, there's 2 packages that go. A package I send to you, Johnson & Wales sends to you, the professor, and one that Human Resources Training in Genoa send to the ships. We send the certificates, we send a printing of the new book and the exams, and we send some thank you cards. Genoa sends all of the student manuals, and they also send all of the tests. And those manuals and tests are in English, in Spanish and in Italian. So they then request the hotel director to put them into your cabin. So you'll see by this letter which cabin you're in, you'll know which cabin you're in, and make a note of that, of course. And when you get to the ship, you want to make sure the materials are actually in your cabin. Be about 5 or 6 boxes. Also in this letter, talking about the participants, it says when there's a list that's attached to this of all of the positions that need to take the training. Some positions have more than one person in that position. For example, sous chef, there'll be sous chef, what they call sous chef A, B, C, and so on like that. A larger ship may have 6 sous chefs. So make sure that they put all 6 through if they need. Of course, assistant maitre d's, there may be 4 to 6 assistant maitre d's, assistant housekeeping managers, and so on. So they are asking that they put all of the people in those positions through the training. They also make a note that if we're, in this particular case, delivering module 104, 105 and 106, for people that have taken no courses, or they haven't taken any of those 3 courses, that they take the first 2 courses, 104 and 105, and that they take the new course, 106, next time around. Because we will be delivering that next time around when we do 107, 106 will be a catch-up course. So put them in the first 2 numbers first if they've taken no courses. They also say that no one should do more than 2 modules in 2 weeks. Well, that's not really true. That's a misinterpretation on their part. What we have said is you cannot mandate someone to take 3 courses. But there are some positions on board that like to take 3 courses, and they can fit that in. If somebody wants to take 3 courses, 2 this week and 1 next week, and they can fit it in, it's okay with their supervisor, by all means, go ahead and let them do that. But we're not to mandate it. That's the key distinction there. And that's all of the information that you get in the second letter 2 weeks before you sail from Genoa.